I'm Anne. I'm mother to Jodie Turner, who is a dance leader with Dance Syndrome. She runs a weekly workshop alongside a dance artist, and she enjoys doing that.
And I'm George Turner, Jodie's dad, and Jodie's part of DS Collective that puts on shows, absolutely superb shows. I think people always think of jobs as being a nuisance, but in a sense what a job does is it gives structure and purpose to your life. And I think that's what DS has done. It's a kind of job in a sense, and it's given that structure and that purpose that Jodie needs and many people need in their lives.
I'd like to see her continuing dancing. She really enjoys being on the stage, she enjoys performing.
We see a tremendous change in Jodie, yes. She gets obviously really excited when somebody's coming because she knows the performance is going on. She knows that the audience will be there, will be sat there on the front row willing her on. So her mood really, really goes up.
When we see Jodie performing, there is a little bit of nerves there for her, though I do know that Jodie doesn't really suffer that much with her nerves before she goes on stage. For her, it's usually very much the excitement.
I think probably my only worry is I'm always looking at the wheels of the wheelchair to see who or what is she about to run over. I think one of the things that going to Dance Syndrome does really is it does give us a rest in the sense clearly you're out of the house. I think particularly Anne enjoys talking to other people there as well. So you're actually part of a community.
Jodie going to Dance Syndrome does give me a little bit of a break. While she's dancing, the carers and parents tend to get together and chat, put the world to rights. We help each other. We talk about some of our problems, and yes, there's a great community and family spirit really amongst us. Dance Syndrome, the Dance Syndrome dancers talk about themselves as being the DS family. But I think that extends to the parents and carers as well, and we do give each other quite a lot of support. She's certainly experienced things that we would never have experienced, going to the Edinburgh Fringe, some of the charity events that they've been to.
We have a son as well who's done very well, so it's great to have Jodie doing the same thing and progressing in her ways. Jodie is, like many people, is somebody who really can either blossom or shrivel depending on the circumstances. And what DS has done is really helped Jodie to blossom. And if Jodie's happy, then the family's happy. And if the family's happy, then Jodie's happy.
Dance Syndrome is totally inclusive. Dance leaders are working alongside dance artists. We haven't seen this sort of situation anywhere else, and it does make Dance Syndrome unique.
Also, one thing that Dance Syndrome does is it produces a product. There's something at the end of the day. And that product, it can also be shown to other people, and then they can realise what people like Jodie can actually achieve.
There is a great sense of pride when you see your daughter on stage performing in front of crowds that we don't know. It's one thing to be performing in front of parents and relations. It's certainly another when it's taken onto the bigger stage.
My most outstanding memory really was last year's Edinburgh Festival, because Jodie didn't appear on stage. She was ill and couldn't get there. And myself and my son sat in the audience thinking, well, we're going to see a performance without Jodie, but they were clever enough to include her. In other words, that her talker was being used over the script, and also there was a video with Jodie in it. So although she actually couldn't make it because she was ill and very disappointed, they still managed to include her, and that really impressed me and my son.
In closing, I'd just like to say a big thank you to Dance Syndrome for all it stands for all it does, for all it's done for Jodie and continues to do so, and for the family.
I am Jodie. I am a dancer. I am a choreographer. I am a friend.